I have some time before we leave to go to church, so I wanted to kind of just talk. I don't know how much time I have though, because my mom, she just, when she ready to go, it's time to go, and I don't know. There's never a time, an exact time. It's just whenever she's ready. So I wanted to kind of show myself sometimes looking pretty cute, because I'm always looking raggedy in my videos. Like let's just get into it. Sorry. Actually, I'm gonna do this while I change purses, because you know this is my everyday purse, my Five Below bag. It's alright, it's alright, but you know we're trying to get something a little better, but in due time. But I'm gonna like slowly. I'm just gonna kind of put some stuff in my bag. But anyway, I have $1,000 in the bank, and I still have a jacked up phone. Let's talk about it. Yes, you guys, I reached my savings goal of $1,000. I don't know if I had spoke about this to anybody on this channel, but I was like, let's chill on spending and let's really try to focus on saving. So that's what I have been doing for the past like 2 weeks. It's just simply saving my paychecks. And the thing is, also, side note, my part-time job, I just figured out how to get 10 hours last week. So I did get 10 hours, but next week we're gonna push for 20 hours. So ongoing, we're gonna push for the 20-hour work week with my part-time job. And so therefore, $1,000, like around $900 should be honestly the norm of what I should be making every other week, you know? And then I make my other money I get paid every week with my regular job, and then my other job I get paid bi-weekly. So I should be making like $1,000 like every 2 weeks is what I'm really trying to say. But whatever, I just couldn't figure out how to get the 10 hours because it's kind of weird. The job that I do is kind of freelance. So now I figured out how to do 10 hours. So now we're going to push for 20, and that's just going to be the norm moving forward. So that's just something to understand for a second. Now, anyway, you know, I reached my savings goal of $1,000 in my savings account that I'm not gonna touch. That's not gonna be my car money, because you guys know I'm trying to save up for a car. That's not gonna go towards the car. You know, it's just free saving money, emergency saving money, just money to have so that I'm not caught slacking. It's just money to have, you know, if I needed to get something and then I could pay myself back or whatever. And what I really want to do is have my savings and still have a decent money in my checking, so I don't have to ever really dip into my savings. I want to just have a hefty amount of money in my checking account as well, like a couple $100 just there. Whenever I need to buy something, it's just there, and I won't have to take from my savings. I really just want to add to my savings over time and not have to take out so much. So that's kind of the plan. But this week, you know, I think we're going to the fair, so I do want to get my feet done, and then I'm probably going to spend about $100 at the fair between my kids and all this and all that, and my family, my mom and my grandma's going. So that'll be a cool vlog or whatever. But I understand I'm gonna have to borrow a little bit of my money, but that's fine, because once I get paid this week, I can just put the money back in my account, and then we can move forward and blah blah blah. But anyway, I have $1,000 in my savings account, and I still have a jacked up phone. That's the real flex though. Like the real flex, you thought the flex was having a good phone, having the newest phone, but don't have no money in your bank. The real flex is having the money and still living super frugal. Because outside of the ridiculous things I've had to buy, like these dang near $200 pair of shoes, but they're work shoes. They're good quality. Which I never gave you guys any updates. If anybody wants to know, those Hoka shoes, they're very nice, I will admit. Those are the most expensive shoes I think I've ever had, especially had to buy myself. But you know, nothing is going to fix a 10-hour shift like on your feet. Like, honestly, there's not a miracle that's just going to make you feel comfortable after a 10-hour shift. There's no shoes that exist that, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna work a 10-hour shift on your feet and you're just gonna be just nice. So like, that's kind of what I was kind of alluding to. It's like, my feet still hurt after work, but I guess they could have hurt much worse, and it could have been worse. It was like, I was so irritated after my shift. I was just like, I'm gonna return these shoes. They ain't even do, but I'm not gonna return them. I'm just gonna keep them, and yeah. So those are the shoes that I do wear to work when I do work, and I did work yesterday. So, you know, here's the thing with me working dang near almost every day, you know, I don't really feel bad about it, because like, I don't really have an attitude about it, because I'm making money. And the paycheck that I just got from working last night finally got my account to the $1,000 mark. I wish I could show you, but I'm filming on my phone. But, you know, I just feel very, very happy and accomplished, because you guys do not understand. You do not understand that I have not been able to save more than $500 in 2 years. And then I get to $500 and then I have to spend it all. Like, my relationship with money, my relationship with saving has been horrible for the past couple of years. I've never been able to save up $1,000 on my own like this. Now, I had a business when I was 22 and I bought a new car at the time, and I did have $2,000, but that really was because I think I had made like $4,000 or $5,000 that month, and I get the money all at once, and I just put all that money in my savings account. So it wasn't because of like being disciplined, it was just that I made an influx of money and I just put it all in my savings. Then I bought a new car. I didn't even get to hold on to the money though. I had it for like a few days, and then my mom was like, you should buy a new car. So we bought a new car, and I didn't even get to really hold on to that money. So you can understand, this is the first time in my life that I really have had a comma in my savings account, like a comma. And this is the first time I've been able to have $1,000 and not have to touch it. Sure, I had got the stimulus check. I remember when I got that, I was like, cool, I had got $1,000 plus. But once again, immediately it started going down because I had to spend. So once again, I want to be able to just hold on to this money, save up for my car, but after the car, you know, save up more. So my plan is this: save up for 2 months to buy a car. And I'm not going to tell you how much money I make monthly, but I should have a pretty decent chunk of money after 2 months to buy a pretty decent car, especially when my standards in the past were super low, and I was like, maybe I can just save up $2,000 to save up for a car. Now I'm gonna have a lot more money to get a better budget, to get a better car. So I'm just gonna give myself 2 months and do that. So after I buy a car, of course, there's some other things I need to take care of and some other things I need to do that I feel like may be a little bit personal, but it's just kind of like little debt type of things. Like I need to pay some collections on my credit because I have a credit builder card and it's definitely helping with my credit, but I know it's not doing what it needs to do. It's not shooting up like it could because I have some debt collections that I need to pay off. It's only about $2,000. And I know I say like, oh, it's only $2,000, but like that's a lot of money, and I have not been able to pay that for years. It's things that I've failed to pay like years ago, now biting me in the butt, and now I have to take care of it. But it was the least of my issues at the time, you know, for the past couple of years, because I'm like, I don't have money. I'm trying to worry about, you know, getting groceries and you know, whatever. But now that life is a little bit different, we finally probably can we finally can accomplish that. We finally can take care of that, make a lot more money now. So I can say, oh, it's just 2,000. We can do that. I can do that in a month. And especially taking advantage of the fact that I live with my parents and I don't have any other deep bills. That is also why I'm trying to make sure I'm good and clear with all the other things I got going on. I'm trying to get my license back because my license is expired, but I have to kind of pay something before I do that. So once again, gonna take care of that. And once I do that, another thing I wanted to mention is I'm not gonna actually immediately move out. I'm gonna give myself like 5 months to just save, just stack money for 5 months before I actually move. So that is my plan. That is the new game plan. You know what I'm saying? Save up for a car, pay off my, my little debt and get my license back. And then save up for 5 months, save up like $10,000-$15,000 before I move out, and then move out. So that'll help my credit to pay off my collections. License is always a good thing. And then having a chunk of money, just to move out and to have that foundation when I finally get my own place. So it's so funny that now that I have money, I'm not in a rush to move out. I do want to move out soon, and I do want to move out before I turn 30, and I'm 28 right now, but I still, 5 months, and 2 months to save up for a car, maybe 1 extra month to pay this stuff, and then 5 more months, it'll be fine. And even if I don't move out by the time I turn 30, which is my goal, this is my new goal, like move out by 30. Be like 13 going on 30 vibes. Like, that was my favorite movie growing up. I still love that movie, and I still want to hold on to that little piece of hope that I can have the 13 going on 30 vibes. I want to turn 30, and I want to be 30, flirty, and thriving. Whatever happened in my 20s, horrible. My 20s was horrible, but I want to be in my 30s, and I want to be in a good place. I want to have money. I want to be fabulous. I want to be in my spoiled girl era. I want to be in my soft girl era. I want to be bougie. I want to be you guys, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know who y'all watching, because something's gonna be unlocked eventually. Right now you see me in a state of struggle, kind of. Well, I'm not even struggling. I'm not struggling no more. You saw what you saw, but things, you don't even know how bougie I can be and want to be, and like wanting to really live out those dreams of becoming the woman I've always wanted to be. That is going to be my 30s. But it starts now. Don't get me wrong. Don't wait till you get a certain age and be like, oh, this is when I'm going to start living. No, like, it starts now. But I just feel like when I turn 30, I'll be knee deep into being fabulous. I'll just be knee deep into it. Like, I watch my girly shows, Sex and the City, Girlfriends. We could talk about it. The girly shows I like to watch to help me with my feminism or whatever, my becoming of age shows. But yeah, those are my top 2 favorite shows of all time right now, is simply Sex and the City and Girlfriends. Like, I'm almost finished with watching Sex and the City. I'm literally on season 6, episode like 17 or 18. So I'm like hyperventilating because I'm like, I don't want to finish it, but I know I have to, because I got to finish it. But it's definitely one of those shows that I would probably watch again, just because of I love it so much, but at the same time, probably not. It's because like I also watched Desperate Housewives. I saw all of that. That, if you know, you know. Once again, one of my favorite shows of all time. Hold on. And I saw Ugly Betty. If you like these type of genres that I'm speaking of, then, So yeah, I watched Ugly Betty. Ugly Betty is a really good show. And I'm trying to figure out what's the next one gonna be, because Sex and the City took the place of Ugly Betty, and now I don't know what is gonna come after Sex and the City, you know, because I need to find a fabulous show to watch, you know, when I eat my meals. Like, what's next? I think that's kind of a big reason why I'm just like, I thought it was gonna be Emily in Paris, but I don't really like that show. It's kind of annoying to me. I think I'll try to force myself to watch it a little bit, but sometimes I can't really, like, I'm either gonna like it or I'm not. And I don't really think Emily in Paris is giving the vibes that I would like for it to give. So yeah, I wish there was a TV show that gave The Devil Wears Prada type of vibes, and that's kind of like Ugly Betty. It's kind of like Ugly Betty. That's why I like that show, because I really love that movie, The Devil Wears Prada. But I'm just trying to find another fabulous show. Any ideas? And I don't want to watch Gossip Girl. I don't want to watch things like that, like, you know, because that's based off of like teenagers. And if you are getting an idea here, I like to watch grown women. I don't like watching teenagers, you know, like, so sure, maybe someday I'll watch Gossip Girl, but the thing is, I'm really trying to watch like just women in their 30s being fabulous. That's why I really love Girlfriends. That's why I really love Sex and the City, because I'm about to reach that age and I'm like, I can relate. I'm trying to be like that. But anyway, that just gives you a taste or an idea of who I am. This whole struggle stuff is really coming to an end. It's coming to an end. And I'm very happy that my plans are working for once in my life, because throughout all my 20s, I try to make plans for things. I try to do things and just things don't work out. And it's just like very, very, it's very depressing. It's very frustrating. And that's just been the mood of my entire 20s so far. It's just like things just not working out. And it's just like really irritating. But are you freaking kidding me? Wait, a dime? But wait, did it come from my... Yeah, so my dad be leaving me dimes. It probably fell out my pocket though. So I can put that in my collection. I can literally show you how many dimes I have so far. And this isn't even nearly all of them over the past couple of years. But this is just, I just decided to start keeping some of them. Well, we got three. We got three right here. I thought I had some more. But my dad passed away when I was 18. And he'd be leaving dimes. Like, for years, me and my mom, my grandma, we just see random dimes like on the floor or just random places. And then it's just like, that's a sign from my dad, because that only happened after he passed away. It never happened before then. And it just, that's just what that is. You can look up the meaning behind finding random dimes and like associating that with death of loved ones, and it's actual thing. So that's why I'm like, yeah. But anyway, what time is it? We're supposed to be leaving soon. Like, sis, church starts at 11. I think I should take a pill because I'm kind of feeling crampy. Yes, I started my period today. So, and then, you know, it is pretty nice being able to go ahead and go to church today, because I've been working on Sunday the past couple of weeks. The past 2 weeks I've been working on Sunday, so I haven't been able to really like even go to church. So we're finally going to be able to do that. And let me get some peppermints too. As a matter of fact, let me throw some peppermints in my purse. But it is kind of like go, 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 nonstop. Like, ever since I've been working, it's been go, 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 go. And I'm fine with it, and I like that, and I'm okay. It's just that, you know, I kind of miss having lazy days of just doing nothing all day, just playing The Sims on my computer, just doing nothing. I don't know, but you know what? Next week we're not working at the stadium, which I'm totally fine with. Give me a break, baby. It's time for a break. I think the week after we're not working at the stadium, so I think I will finally get that next weekend. But And then, you know, it's Sunday, so after church, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take me a good old nap. Also, I wanted to mention, you guys, if anybody's still watching, thanks, because I just have a lot to say. I saw WALL-E on Friday night for the first time. WALL-E, like the movie WALL-E from Disney. And I remember when the movie came out in 2008, and I was like a kid, and I never really was interested in watching it or whatever. But like I randomly saw the trailer, and I was like, actually, I want to watch that so bad. So I watched it on Friday, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is like one of my favorite movies ever now. Like, when I say I literally cried at the part when WALL-E went in outer space for the first time, because his entire life he was on Earth, and his entire life his purpose is to compact trash into this cubicle shape, and just he builds these buildings and out of them, and that's been his life. But you know, when he met the other robot, Eva, and you know, I'm not gonna give too much spoilers, but I mean, it's an old movie, you know. He met Eva, and then, you know, they became friends and everything, and then she was, the spaceship took her, you know, and he just had to get to her, you know, like, and so he literally went in outer space, and it was such a beautiful scene. It was just very, very beautiful, and I literally cried. And that is just such a beautiful movie. Like, it is probably, like, now Disney Pixar don't play when it comes to, like, they just don't play. Like, they have really amazing writing in their movies. I don't know, like, for it to be children's movies, they stuff be real deep. It's like when I cried watching Finding Nemo the other day. Well, it was a couple of weeks ago, I watched Finding Nemo with Remy, and I cried a couple of times in that movie, you know, because like when he lost Nemo, because like if you go back and watch the movie, like Nemo was his last child left. Like, he lost his wife and all his kids. He had like 100 kids in like eggs, and Nemo was the only one to survive. It was just him and Nemo. So for Nemo to get lost was his entire world shattered. So it was just like actually really, really crazy. I think a lot of people kind of forget about that. Like, I don't know, because I know I forgot about that, and I was like, actually, that's insane. Like, his wife and most of his kids died like all at once. Like, that's crazy. And y'all think the beginning of Up is like sad, you know what I'm saying? But these children, it's just crazy how children's movies are better than some of these adult movies. Like, they're just, the writing is phenomenal. They have, of course, they have the best of the best of everything, writers, animators, like everything, but it's just absolutely crazy. Like, you know, like, don't sleep on these children's movies, especially Pixar. Like, they get deep. Even when I saw Soul, I was like, wow. Like, it's just pretty crazy how, you know, so I don't sleep on these Pixar movies because they're really, really good. But I'm just here to say WALL-E is probably one of my favorites. I would say it's almost like one of the best Pixar movies, but that's just my taste, because like, I just say that because there's some really good shots in the movie, and it has a lot of really nice music in the movie. And I really love the aspect of robots. Like, there's like barely any dialogue in some of the movie, because like in most of the movie, because it's just a bunch of robots like interacting with each other. He went to the spaceship, then he saw all these other robots, and like everything is automated by robots at that point, and humans are just like sitting in these chairs, and they're super fat, and you know, but you know, all of that, you know, I just really, really love it. I'll just say this, it's definitely my top 3 Disney Pixar movies, and probably number 1 for me. I don't think I've had a movie hit me that hard like it hit me. Okay, I'm just looking at a text. But anyway, this is a long video. I'm really just waiting for my mom to be like, let's go. I mean, I could show you my little outfit. Nothing crazy today. Nothing crazy. You know, I always keep it basic. That's my style. But just reiterating, you know, how I feel about life and the way things the way things is going.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right. Well. Hello. So, got out of church and my mom is stopping at her favorite little boutique thrift store. So, yeah. I don't know if I want to put these vlogs together or if this is going to be its own separate thing. I know I haven't had much time to really just talk and make vlogs, and I used to post like daily, and I just feel like there be days in between where I post. So I want to try and make as many posts as possible. Well, I just rather separate stuff for the sake of having more content, you know. But I had a good day at church today, mainly because, okay, if you are OG on my channel, you know I used to talk about feeling depressed after church because I just felt like people just ignored me a lot and like people were really standoffish. But, you know, now, you know, I feel really, really good because like I've warmed up to people have warmed up to me. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I've warmed up to people, and finally people are like very, very welcoming and nice and friendly. And this is what I've always wanted when it comes to, you know, a church home and things like that. And so even the piano player, I don't know if I ever mentioned him, but like I kind of used to have a crush on him, but it developed into just me wanting to be friends with him for reasons that I really kind of don't want to mention. I think he might be, allegedly I think he might be something, but I won't go in there. So I'm really just like, he's really cool though. He's really cool to me. He's a pilot for American Airlines and he plays the piano, and like he's just really, really cool. I just love people like that, who just are smart and talented. So I don't know, I'm working on him. We hugged today, and it was really cool. But other than that, like just in general, like I just feel good vibes with everybody at the church. And you know, it's been that way for a while at this point, you know, like that's why I even chose to get baptized at this specific church, because you know I could have been baptized at any church really, but you know, I really like this church. The people have grown on me and I've grown on them, and you know, I love it here. So that's really just what that is. Last night we worked at the stadium. It was Saturday, and it was a Texas A&M versus Arkansas University. So it was a college football game. So I'm thinking in my mind like, oh, college football is just like, there's a whole lot of nothing. I'm thinking of like a rec center vibes, you know, like just, I don't know what I was thinking, but it was just as eventful as a regular Cowboys game. If anything, it probably was a little bit more, just a little bit, but not really, because now the players weren't coming in. The players went in a different route. So my job in particular was so much better. Now I was just kind of watching the people. My manager told me literally just make sure nobody moves the furniture. That was all I had to do. And he literally told me to sit down. He was like, sit down. So I was able to just sit down all day yesterday. So you can only imagine, it was a good day yesterday. It was really, really good. I got to enjoy the game, and Texas A&M won, and it was wonderful. And you know, they had a live band, you know, so colleges, they have an actual band, you know, so they had the bands perform and everything during halftime, and it was cool. And like, it wasn't like no HBCU band, but it was something, you know. It was kind of like the band that I went in high school. It reminded me of when I was in high school and the band vibes. And I didn't go to a university. I went to community college. So community college is just not the culture that you get from a university. And it's just one of the things I'll probably never experience, and I really don't care to experience. But I do know that if you do get to experience going to a university, it's really, really cool. Like, when you're at that stage of life and you go, and like, it's just, the whole entire culture is really, really cool. And I don't want to say FOMO. I don't want to say, oh, I wish I should have. But I just thought that me experiencing that, like a college football game, was kind of cool. And it kind of made me feel like I was in college for like a day. Just to experience that. Like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. So, because if I ever decide to finish school, like go back to school, chances are extremely high that I'm going to do online classes. Like, if I even go back and do some school, which it could happen. I'm most likely going to do some online classes and get my degree that way. Plus, I've heard of different programs where you can like speed up the process and you can get your degree. You can literally get like a bachelor. I don't know. I think it's something like you can get a master's in like 2 years or something. I don't quote me on that. I've heard of something about that, and it's just certain places you have to go, but you can do it online. Like certain schools offer it. So that's neither here or there, but you know, needless to say, it was an easy day yesterday. It's been a wonderful weekend. I may not have been able to really sleep very much, but I'm not tired. Like, I did sleep, don't get me wrong. I've got my sleep. Like, I slept last night. Like, it's just what I'm trying. It's not the sleep. It's just chilling. Like, I haven't had a moment to really chill too much. I guess that's the word I'm trying to say. Because it's kind of been go, go, go. But at the same time, I just want to say, like, it's fine. Like, I'll be able to have a chill moment when we get home after church. But most likely, I'm going to take a nap. I don't know. But other than that, I'm cool. Everything's cool. Starting the work week. Starting a new work week. I get it when people say the Sunday scaries. I don't feel that, but you know, you are kind of like, okay, it's Sunday, like we're restarting the work week. At least I work from home, but it's just kind of like, I am starting to kind of experience that feeling of like, dang, like back to work. Like, dang, like weekend just flies by. It's like back to work. But money is there. I have $1,000 in my bank account, and I still have a jacked up phone. I have $1,000 in the bank, and I still need a new wig. But listen. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. All right.